Let me start with a tiny confession. Every time I tell myself, after this one assignment, this one exam, this one deadline, then I'll finally be happy. Another assignment appears like a pop up ad that I never subscribed to. Be honest, how many of you do this too? Exactly. We keep postponing happiness as if one day we'll get a notification saying, congratulations, you've unlocked the next level of life where life becomes easy. Whether it's personal work, professional goals, or academic pressure, we keep telling ourselves that we'll feel better after the next task, the next achievement, the next milestone. Happiness becomes a moving target, always one step forward. And here's what's fascinating: countries behave almost exactly the same way. Nations too postpone well being. We'll focus on happiness later. First, let's hit the next GDP number, the next global ranking, the next economic milestone. Build more, expand more, accelerate endlessly, and happiness will follow on its own. But if you look closely at the world, you will realize something important. Economic growth and human well being do not always move in the same directions. Now, if you look at this picture, you will see India at its most ambitious. Soaring skyscrapers, high speed metro lines, massive tech hubs, and a digital economy growing faster than almost anywhere else. Politically, the country establishing itself as a global player, investing in infrastructure, renewable energy, and technology. New policies enable startups, entrepreneurship, and digital services to flourish. India's presence in global trade, technology, and diplomacy is more than ever. This is growth that can be celebrated. India is ambitious, well connected, and visibly transforming. But now, if you look at this picture, you will see the side of India that rarely makes the headlines: crowded trains, endless traffic, thick smog, and buildings packed into spaces where there's barely room to move. GDP rises with every skyscraper, startup, and metro line launched. But GDP measures activity, not well being. For example, when air quality worsens and people buy air purifiers or face masks, GDP rises. When reconstruction follows urban development or natural disasters, GDP rises. When medical spending increases due to lifestyle diseases or stress, GDP rises. India is growing? Yes. India is rising on global rankings, gaining influence, and creating opportunities. But what this growth means for everyday life, for well being, is something else entirely. This is growth for show, not for living better. Other countries show us that growth can be more humane and inclusive. Bhutan measures gross national happiness, putting well being at the center of government policy. Scandinavian countries rethink work hours and invest in trust in institutions, in communities, and neighbors, treating trust itself as an economic asset. New Zealand has created a well being budget that treats mental health, loneliness, and community healing as seriously as infrastructure industries. These countries aren't perfect, they just dare to work for the tough part. Their growth is more humane and not just for show. Not just for show. They focus on the quality of life, which ultimately strengthens the economy itself. Psychologists have discovered that money increases happiness only up to a point. After basic needs are met, the curve flattens. What matters the most is more simple and universal: peace, connection, safety, purpose. Happiness lives in movements, not in marketplaces. Now, think about your happiest memories. Whether when you bought the newest gadget, or whether when you laughed with someone you loved, felt understood, or simply breathed without worry. Happiness lives in interactions, experiences, and a sense of meaning, not in metrics on a report. As Joseph Stiglitz, Nobel laureate in economics, once said, the purpose of the economy is to serve human well being and not the other way around. Happiness is not a luxury, it's economic infrastructure. A happy worker creates better ideas. A calm mind fuels innovations. Clean air enhances learning and productivity. Trust strengthens institutions and communities. Healthy societies save billions in long term costs. Happiness isn't a side effect of development, it is the fuel of development, creating more growth than it consumes. Countries that prioritize well being grow in a way that is more sustainable, inclusive, and humane. Today, The world is racing forward, building, expanding, accelerating. But velocity without direction is just motion. And motion without meaning is just noise. The real challenge is to create countries that actually feel good living in. Not just impressive on graphs, but places where air is clean, minds are calm, communities are strong, and lives are full of dignity and joy. Because beneath all the charts and rankings, one truth remains. People don't want a bigger economy, they want a better life. So let's start focusing on what truly matters. Not just showing power, but building a country that actually feels good living in. Thank you.